Hello, welcome to yet another video in the new year 2022. This being the first video of the year, I would like to say Happy New Year. I hope that your year is off to a great start. I hope that you have set some goals, some resolutions, not wishes, but things that you have clearly decided and determined that this year I'm going to achieve. And I hope that this year will be your best year yet. Great, so in this video, Diana and I are going to be talking about something that I think is very important, especially as we work on our goals, as we get into the year, and that is the topic of goals versus processes. So it's one thing to have a goal because the goal is where you are going. But the system is the step-by-step process that will lead you to the achievement of the goal. So if you have a goal, like I believe we all do for this year, the goal is good, but it is not enough. If we do not pay attention to our systems, to the processes, then the goals may not be achieved. And I'm going to be having that conversation with Diana, my wife, my friend, and the proprietor of Ruby's Gift Store. So she's here in many capacities. Great, so Diana, what are some of your thoughts around having systems, but at the same time working towards a goal?
Okay, I think first of all it's important to have a goal, because a goal for me tells me what do I want a particular thing to look like by a certain time.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to have a certain amount of sales at Ruby's Gift Store by the end of the year. That's my goal.
Yes.
And then I have to have a process of how I intend to achieve that.
Yeah.
And then that process is what I will do, let's say on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, until the end of the year, so that I'm able to achieve my goal. So the how I will achieve it. So setting action steps on how to be able to achieve that goal.
Yes.
So the process is those things that I will do to reach the end goal. And for me, what I've seen is that the process is so important because it might take you even beyond the goal,
yes,
or even what you do as a result of the process.
Yes.
It's just so much more important than the actual one-liner goal.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so it is good to have a goal, but in most cases, when you only focus on the goal, there are two things can happen. One is, if you achieve the goal, many times we say, okay, so I've achieved it, what next? But when you are committed to the process is the one which grows you. The process matures you. The process is what disciplines you. So as you go through the process, grow through the process. That's what I really like to say. And when you talked about action steps, I remember the statement by John Maxwell who said that you will never change your life until you change something that you do daily. And he goes ahead to say in that same quote that the secret to your success is in your daily agenda. So whatever goal it is, take for example, you want to lose weight or you want to achieve a certain volume of sales. Okay, let's talk about an example of you have a health goal. Maybe you could walk us through that particular goal and what are some of the things you are doing to achieve that goal.
Okay, so I'm not even sure if I have like a real proper goal of the amount in kilos that I want to lose, for example, but I think I left that and just agreed that now I'm going to just have a consistent action plan on having a healthy lifestyle and hopefully I will lose the weight. So I think for me I think I was always setting goals and then getting disappointed, and I realized that the goal is even not the point, because I might lose, let's say 10 kilos, and then at the end of it I'm like, oh, I've reached my goal, and then I go back to the unhealthy lifestyle. So what I've now said is each day I will check myself and see what are the things that I've eaten and have I exercised. So my goal is to do through exercise 3 times in a week.
Okay.
So at the end of the week I just have to check myself. If I can do the 3 days early in the week, then any extra is a bonus. Then also I know I'm supposed to have my meals between 10 and 6 p.m. So if it gets to 5 and I think I'm hungry, then I need to make sure that I've eaten. Otherwise I will not be able able to eat beyond 6. I need to reach at 7 and I'm hungry, too bad, I have to take tea. Yeah, so to be able to say that, like, this is now the process that I'm going to go through, which should be a life process and not I've reached my 10 kilos and now I stop. Because then what happens after that? So
Absolutely.
for me, I think for me that one made me even stop setting
goals in that area.
Because I realized that the point is not the goal.
Yes.
Yeah, but the point is the process that I'm going through, which should be a lifetime process.
Yes.
Yeah, even the things which I said, for example, last year to reach the sales target in Ruby's gift store, I realized that the sales target was not the point. There were other things which were more important, like making the business more profitable, like being more efficient, were more important and would ultimately lead to more sales. So those things that I do on a daily basis are even more important than the end goal.
Great.
Yeah.
I like the way you brought it out, because I think at one point in time, somewhere in the past, you set a goal of losing weight. You actually hit the target. You hit the goal, but because the focus was more of a goal-oriented system, the focus was really on the goal and not on the system. Before we knew it,
I remember.
You ran back. So what I'm getting here and what I'm gathering is that the goal is important, but even much more important than the goal is the system. It is the process. It is the strategy. It is the methodology. It is what you're going to do on either a daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis that is going to ultimately bring you to the achievement of the goal. Because if you have the goal, but you do not take attention, you do not put attention to the processes that are going to lead to that goal, it's not going to work out. Great. So in addition to that, I would like to bring in the aspect of accountability. So if I could give an example here, I have a business goal that I'm working on. And so what happens is that each and every week, I have a certain target on how many one-on-one presentations I must do to reach it. Now we have a group that we meet with on Saturday morning where I have to account and say, this is what I was able to do this week. Now, because I know that I'm going to account to a certain group, I have to put in a certain level of effort so that when I'm accounting, I can show that indeed I'm making an effort. Now, I have come up with my own statement that where there is no accountability, there is room for procrastination.
Very true.
How has that been true to you then?
I think even for me in doing exercise, it would be that you come and you're like, have you done exercise today? And I got no, then another day no, then another day, until I got tired of saying no, and I said, no, I have to do it. So that when you come back, did you exercise? Yeah. Have you done exercise? Yeah. And I think for me that's what has helped to know that, my God, you're going to ask me. Yeah, but then also, when you share with me your goals for this year, what the things that you want to do, and now I know what to ask. And we'll say, okay, so did you do this thing? And then if you did, also you will feel weird having to always say no. So that having someone you're accountable to helps you not to, brush it over, keep procrastinating. So for me so the thing. And also you could be accountable to a person, but I think also for me I'm accountable to myself in my planner. That I write the things I should do daily. Then I have to tick off or I have to cross. So if I have a cross for like 3 or 4 days in a row, then there is a problem, and you feel weak, you feel bad to have so many crosses. So I think for me, even one of the things is I'm supposed to read a book on a daily basis. And I think by the 8th day of January, I had not. And that's when I was like, my God, like if I don't get started, then I'm not going to be able to finish this book in time. So, having a way to be accountable and to have like even more than one person to be accountable to, or having some form of way you evaluate yourself. So that you're accountable.
Thank you. So in conclusion, for starters, it's good that you have a goal. And it would also be good that you identify the different aspects of your life and you can set goals in those areas. So take, for example, it could be in the line of your faith. Maybe you want to grow a certain level of relationship with your Creator, with your God. Secondly, it could be in the area of family. Maybe you want to reach a certain level of connection with your family or do a few special things with your family. It could be with your friends, the social part of your life. It could be with your business or your job, that is your career. If you're a student, it could be with your school. So identify those different aspects of your life. For example, your health, what do you want to achieve as far as your health is concerned. And then secondly, as we have delved more into in this video, put in place a certain kind of consistent action plan. So it could be daily, what are you going to do daily? It could be weekly, what are you going to do weekly? It could be monthly, what are you going to do monthly? Because if we set the goal and we ignore the process, those goals are mere illusions and wishes. And lastly, we have also emphasized the aspect of accountability. Remember that where there is no accountability, there is room for procrastination. Who will ask you? So put a little bit of pressure on yourself. Better still, be accountable to yourself. And that way, you will begin to see your goals come to fruition. Let us not only go through the process, let us grow through the process. So that has been Jesse and Diana guiding us on the balance between outcomes or results and processes. I hope that helps you to apply into your own life and into your own work. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to this video, share it with your friends. Let us empower each other to become a better version of yourself. Thank you, and see you in the next video.